Caleb Williams, the generational talent at quarterback for the USC Trojans. Big star, big money, Hollywood. He's everything. A year ago at the same exact time in December 2022, we were talking about how he was going to be a unanimous #1 pick in 2023. And shoot, he could have even gone in the draft last year and been picked at the top. That's just how good he is. After a disappointing 2023 season, Caleb Williams has slipped to as low as #6 on some people's draft boards. That is absolutely unheard of from what we've seen last year. His season this year was catastrophically disappointing, and we'll go into it in the numbers and why. And there's also been talks about his off-field antics and his attitude, which also could be lowering his draft stock. There's a lot about Caleb Williams. He's a name that when you mention will bring up a lot of strong emotion from fans, and we're going to get into it. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on another upload like this. Too many of you are watching my videos all the way through. You're enjoying them, but you're forgetting to push that button. Make sure to do so to join the best family in college football. I post college football videos 3 times a week, shorts every single day. I'm pumping out content for you guys. It would mean so much if you guys could join the family. Now, we can't talk about Williams before we talk about USC first. USC had huge aspirations this season. They were ranked as high as #6 in the preseason poll, and people thought this was the team that was going to come out of the Pac-12. No, not Washington, not Oregon, the USC Trojans. The USC Trojans are always hyped up. They're a big market team. People want to see them be good. It's a Hollywood team. Come on. And they finished at 7-5, 7-5. And honestly, they got lucky. They very well could have missed a bowl game. They very well could have had 4 to 5 wins. A lot of people did see it coming, though, including myself. I made videos back when they were winning games, barely. I was saying this USC team is not as good as everyone says. Bad season. And there is no excuse for this USC season. They were a top 10 team talent-wise. Yes, they had the reigning Heisman winner. In week 1, Caleb Williams was the best quarterback in college football. They had all that talent. They had all the 4-stars, 5-star guys. They had guys develop in that system the second year of Lincoln Riley. And there's no excuse for that. But Saturday shenanigans, Caleb Williams can't play defense. It's not his fault. I agree. He can't. Alex Grinch had a horrible defensive scheme, and that's a lot of the reason why USC lost. But we're going to look at Caleb Williams' numbers and how he finished the season, and a lot of it is on him as well. USC started out 6-0 in 2023 and fooled a lot of you guys. And the reason was because they were playing lower competition. And in these games, Caleb Williams was on point. He was electric. He looked almost perfect. Let me read you his game logs from each game, starting against San Jose State in week 1. 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, 3 tutties, 6 tutties, all to just 1 interception. We thought, is this guy really going to go back-to-back Heismans? Oh my God. Then we all remember what happened on the October 14th Saturday where USC went to South Bend to play Notre Dame and got absolutely ran out of the building, losing 48-20. Caleb Williams went for 1 touchdown and 3 picks. He looked human. It was crazy to see this guy look human. And I remember after the game, that Notre Dame fan ran on the field and yelled at Caleb, "What are you going to paint those nails now? What color are those nails going to be painted?" And I think that cursed him. That was the curse that got laid on USC, and they were never the same after that. I'm going to throw up the clip if I don't get copyrighted.
See those nails down, bro. Let me see those nails down, bro. Come on. We did it.
After that game, USC went 1-4 to finish the season, and their only win was a 50-49 nail-biter against Cal. And I remember that game because my dad went to Cal, so I watched all the Cal games, and that was disappointing. Cal should have won that game, but if that happens and USC finished the season 0-6, wow, there would have been a storm. I think Lincoln Riley would have been out. After that point, Caleb Williams never had a game with more than 3 touchdowns, and he looked completely human. I mean, he had 2 games where he threw in the 50% for completion percentage, and he just looked like a normal quarterback, and he finished the season with 1 touchdown and 1 interception in the rivalry game against UCLA. Not a good way to go out. He got sacked many, many times. I remember at one point, Caleb Williams was impossible to sack in 2022. Like, he was literally impossible. I remember watching the Beavers play him at Reser Stadium, and we could not sack him, and I was like, what the heck? This guy is so slimy. But I mean, he was getting sacked to end the season. He was throwing interceptions. This guy was not locked in. He did finish with great numbers, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. We're just nitpicking because he is that talented. Caleb Williams is one of the only players ever to win the Heisman Trophy Award, return to college the next year, and not even make it in the top 10 in voting. There you go. That puts it in perspective. Is Caleb's mouth hurting his draft stock? This is where stuff gets fun. Caleb mentioned earlier in the season in October that when he got drafted, he wanted an ownership stake in the NFL team that he was drafted by. A lot of people thought this was crazy. Personally, I didn't really care, but this was a concern and a red flag for a lot of people around the country. Yeah, and as you probably thought, a lot of smart people pretty much said this could not happen, and this guy was dreaming. So that got debunked real quick. I'm all for athletes showing emotion on the field. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of the old heads that are like, there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in sports. I get it. Show emotion. This game means a lot to you. Some people are true competitors. Caleb Williams got caught crying on the field multiple times after USC losses this season. And although I don't have a problem with it, it raised a lot of eyebrows on if this guy has the character to make it in the NFL with a lot of failure. Obviously, Caleb Williams didn't really go through much failure in his college career, high school career, and he's going to have to deal with that in the NFL, and that concerns some people. I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal, but that's just another thing that's not going in his favor. That's hilarious, guys. I'm doing research and I'm looking for articles for this, and I just saw an article titled Caleb Williams' crying scenario was a little weird for Rob Gronkowski. I don't know why I think that's funny, but I'm going to read this and see what Gronk had to say about this. Basically, Gronk said he was doing a little bit too much, and that's pretty much the sentiment all around college football and all throughout pro scouts when this happened. The whole media landscape is crazy. Caleb Williams is a, quote, crybaby. I'm seeing all these titles and all this stuff, but I'm probably going to make a crazy title too because, hey, I got to get you guys to click on the video, especially the new viewers. So I'm going to cook up something funny as well, but these just make me laugh. Finally, to end the Caleb Williams saga, he said, the NFL draft is a, quote, game time decision. And he said this on November 29th. This is just ridiculous. At this point, he's just leveraging what he has in college, the NIL money, the endorsement deals, the status. He's just leveraging it and saying what he wants. We know he's going to go to the NFL draft, but the fact that he said that is just, this is the one that really draws the line for me. Like, are you serious, bro? The other two, I mean, I really don't care that much about crying, about all that other stuff, but come on, Caleb. I will say, I love the Caleb Williams Dr. Pepper commercials. Dr. Pepper has been killing it for years with the whole Fansville thing. That whole ad campaign is amazing. And Caleb Williams being the face of it is really funny. You know, he paints his nails. He does all this stuff. And Caleb Williams is just, he's a character. And I mean, he's going to get clicks. I mean, he's going to get people watching him. And I think that's awesome. That's great for the sport. But sometimes it could be a little concerning, like in this case. I'm going to reference Caleb's words, lions don't worry about opinions of sheeps. And I think that's a great quote. And right now, Caleb, I am a sheep, but just give it a couple years. Give it 5 years, give it 10 years. When I have a name for myself in the sports media industry, I'll be a lion as well. And then me and you can chat about it. All right, between me and you, I'm testing a new mic. So my last video, the Heisman 2024 video, go check it out. Listen to that and tell me what you think versus the mic on this one. This one's probably a little louder. I'm probably more vocal. I'm probably breaking your ears, so trigger warning to if you have headphones. I just want to know what you guys like more because I personally can't choose. Thank you guys so much for reaching the end of the video, and seriously, for this one especially, I was just rambling and having fun on this one, being myself, so if you made it to the end, I really appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe to never miss out on another upload. Join the best family in college football. I've been Saturday Shenanigans, your home for unfiltered college football content, and I'll see you guys soon.